many of you know, April is National Volunteer Month, and today we're pleased to have you join us to honor volunteerism here in the Coastal Empire. The volunteer nominees being honored here today have collectively given over 50,000 hours of time to make a difference in the lives of others. While the value of these hours is estimated at over $900,000, the impact of their generosity is immeasurable. The United Way HandsOn Savannah Volunteer Recognition and Awards Luncheon is just one of the ways which we can all say thank you to these nominees and the scores of other volunteers who work tirelessly to make our community a better place. Many things are essential for a successful volunteer experience, including an understanding of the beneficiary organization's mission and goals, guidance about the service that the volunteer is being asked to provide, making available the tools and resources to help the volunteer deliver that service, and perhaps most vital of all, that volunteers are thanked and appreciated for their work. So again, thank you to the organization's individuals who've made special efforts to express their gratitude by nominating the volunteers that we're about to honor today. Before we present the awards, I'd like to take just a moment to recognize a special group of volunteers who are with us today, the Community Investment Volunteers of United Way. As a rule, volunteers serving directly for United Way are not eligible for these awards, but we wanted to honor their service and shed the spotlight for a moment on these dedicated volunteers. I'd like to ask the Community Investment Volunteers to please stand while you all join me in a richly deserved round of applause. And now I'd like to ask Tina Tyus Shaw and Russ Riesinger from WSAV-TV to come up and present our nominees and winners.
We are very, very happy and excited to be with you again this afternoon for this special awards ceremony for all of our remarkable volunteers.
Yeah, believe it or not, we absolutely love it when we can come out and deliver good news.
You're right, Russ, we do. We really do. We love being a part of this community.
And this is nothing but good news here today. Without further ado, let's meet some of our community's forever volunteers that we're here to honor today. The nominees here in this room are from Bryan, Effingham, Chatham, and Liberty counties, and they have given generously of the most precious commodity that there really is, and that's their time. It means so much. We want to thank every one of the nominees and all of the volunteers who have worked so hard to make our community a better place.
And as well, while we gather here today, let us please be mindful during this celebration of those who serve our country throughout the world.
Let's go ahead and pause a second for them. Thank you. At your table there, you'll notice the programs. Please take a second and look through them. They feature all the different nominees. Really have some amazing stories of the work that they're doing in our community to make it such a better place.
And of course, we have a panel of judges. They've reviewed the nominations in 5 categories: animal advocacy, arts and cultural historic places, education and youth development, environment, conservation, and health and human services, and have determined a winner in each of these categories.
And each winner will get a special engraved award. But the 2013 Herschel V. Jenkins Volunteer Award of the Year, honoring the late philanthropist Herschel V. Jenkins, that will be chosen from among the winners of each of those categories, and we'll announce that at the end of our ceremonies today.
We will actually introduce the nominees individually by category and ask that you stand and you remain standing until everyone in the category has been recognized. And please, everyone, please hold your applause until nominees have been introduced. Thank you.
All right, we're ready to get started. Everyone ready? All right, let's start out with the animal advocacy category. The first nominee is Amy Capello from Oatland Wildlife Center. Hold the applause till we have all of them with you, please. Tristan Gray, Humane Society for Greater Savannah. Melanie Knert, Islands Feral Cat Project. And Dwight Waters from the Humane Society for Greater Savannah. Let's hear it for him.
Our next category, arts and cultural history places. Richard Adams, Tybee Post Theater. Bill Buttons, Jordan, Massey Heritage Center. And Carol Greenberg, Jewish Educational Alliance.
All right, now moving on to the Education and Youth Development category. ACE volunteers of the Royce Learning Center. AWOL, Parents with a Purpose from all walks of life, AWOL. The coaches of the Boys and Girls Club from the Boys and Girls Club of the Coastal Empire, and Dr. Alan Berger with Live Oak Public Libraries.
Also, Hillary Bradbury, Coastal Heritage Society. Karen Cassard, Horizons Savannah. Joan Chalikian, Girl Scouts of Historic Georgia. Peter Shafalo, I hope I pronounced your name right, Peter. Shafalo, Royce Learning Center.
Also, Susan Earle from Loop It Up Savannah, the West Broad YMCA. Gloria Jenkins from Performance Initiatives. Godly Station Parent Volunteers, Godly Station School. And Coach Ed Jinks with the Savannah Chatham Silver Cheetahs track team.
We also have Johnson High International Baccalaureate Class of 2013, Special Olympics, Ronald McDonald House, Tybee Beautification. Mixed Greens, Forsyth Farmers Market. Barbara Morgan Salvador, Loop It Up Savannah, West Broad YMCA, and Lois Roberson, Performance Initiatives.
Bob Schmarge, Godly Station School. Nancy Smarge, Godly Station School. The Summer Program Youth Volunteers of Horizon Savannah, and Stan Thornton with Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Coastal Empire.
And Victoria Wade Union Mission, Wilmington Island Garden Club, Live Oak Library. Freya Zippera, Coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens and Historic Bamboo Farm.
Let's give them all a hand. Our next category is Environment and Conservation. Karen Graney, Clean Coast. Windsor Forest High, FFA and Gratitude Gardens Farm to School Student Volunteers from the Gratitude Gardens at Forsyth Farmers Market. And Gulfstream Community Volunteer Program, Fort Pulaski National Monument. Let's give them all a hand.
And now our next category is Health and Human Services. Tori Baker, American Cancer Society Relay for Life, Liberty County. Nancy Bracker, American Cancer Society Relay for Life. Christine Brundage, American Cancer Society Relay for Life, Effingham County. Clinton Kale, Ronald McDonald House, Teen Board, and Isle of Hope United Methodist Mission Programs. And Civility Bowling, American Cancer Society, Bryan County.
Gwendolyn Dozier, Savannah Chatham Court Appointed Special Advocates. Dorothy Dodd Evans, American Red Cross, Southeast Georgia Chapter Disaster Services. Good Samaritan Circle at Isle of Hope, UMC, of the Wesley Community Centers of Savannah. And Brenda Harden from Savannah Center for Blind and Low Vision.
Also, Hospice House Volunteer Mentors, Hospice Savannah, Inc. Rush Hazinski, Kreitz Tybee Run Fest. I have that wrong, excuse me, scratch that. Rush Hazinski, Savannah chapter of the Society for Human Resource Management. Now, Humane Society Volunteer Group, Kreitz Tybee Run Fest. Jones Family, American Red Cross Southeast Georgia chapter, and Rachel Kicklighter, People Helping People of Savannah.
We also have Carol Lloyd with Senior Citizens, Inc. Mary Maloney, the Social Apostolate of Savannah. Margaret McDaniel, Consumer Credit Counseling Service of the Savannah area. Laura McGee with the Atlantic Area Court Appointed Special Advocates. And Metal Crafts, Inc. with Rebuilding Together Savannah.
Wow, so many amazing volunteers. Shirley Mack, Lutheran Services of Georgia. LTC, John Owens, American Cancer Society Relay for Life. Alex Partain, Faith Equestrian Therapeutic Center. Ralph Pereira, American Red Cross East Georgia Chapter, and Dean Phillips, Georgia Legal Services.
SCAD Chair and Co-Chair Relay for Life for the American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Savannah. Also, the Rising Tide Community Food Pantry volunteers with Rising Tide Community Food Pantry and Tybee YMCA. School screening volunteers with Savannah Speech and Hearing Center. Grant Shillington with Odyssey Hospice and Murray Silver with the Lions Club of Savannah.
Also, Betsy Smith, American Cancer Society, Roger Smith, American Red Cross, East Georgia Chapter. And then there's Joyce Stotts, American Area Court Appointed Special Advocates, and Nancy Taylor, Consumer Credit Counseling Services.
All right, let's give them all a hand. And let's give all our volunteers a big round of applause from all the categories.
Thank you so much for all that you do. Know that you're a blessing to so many people in our communities.
All right, and well, now the envelopes. The winner for our first category, Animal Advocacy. Congratulations to Melanie Kners.
The second category, Arts and Cultural Historic Places. Congratulations to Carol Greenberg.
The next category is Environment Conservation, and the winner is Windsor Forest High FFA Farm to School.
In Education and Youth Development, please join us in congratulating our next winner, Lois Roberson.
All right, our final category is Health and Human Services, and the winner is Brenda Harden.
Now, before we announce the Herschel V. Jenkins Volunteer of the Year winner, we would like to present a $500 scholarship, which has generously been sponsored by New Star Asphalt Refining, to an outstanding youth who was among this year's nominees. And this year's New Star Scholarship winner is Clinton Kale.
Well, this is the 10th year that one of our volunteers has been selected to receive a special award honoring the late Herschel V. Jenkins. For those of you who don't know, Herschel V. Jenkins was a visionary in our community. He was a community building pioneer. He believed in the importance of the United Way of the Coastal Empire. He was a past president. And his dedication to our community was felt in so many ways, not just with the monetary gifts he gave, but also because he believed in volunteerism.
Now, this special recognition comes with a check in the amount of $1,000. It is to be given to the organization which the nominee has supported through volunteering. It is with pleasure that we present the 2013 Herschel V. Jenkins Volunteer of the Year Award to Brenda Harden. No, you're not too short. You're just right.
Do I need a stool?
No, you're
We
good.
can give you Aiden's box.
First of all, I want to thank Lois Modell for recommending me for a volunteer to be here today. I want to thank the Savannah Center for the Blind and Low Vision, for all the blind people that come through that I can help and give love to and help them realize they can live independently as I have. And I want to thank the United Way for having me here today, and thank all of you for coming.
Wow, what a great afternoon it's been. We want to say congratulations to everyone. We also want to thank this year's judging panel very quickly before we go. Stephen Banks, Susan Catron, Leanne Flemings, Craig Harney, Susan Kinsella, Tom Metajasic, and Jemiah Nabawi. Thank you to all of you.
As Russ and I said at the beginning, we are delighted to be with you again this year. And again, thanks to all of our wonderful volunteers for all that you do. We turn it over now again to Jeff. He has some final words. Have a great evening, everybody.
Thank you, Tina and Russ, and thanks to our sponsors and to each of you for your support and participation in the United Way Hands-on Savannah Volunteer Recognition and Awards Luncheon. Congratulations once again to all of our nominees. We appreciate everything that you do for the Coastal Empire. We're adjourned, and we look forward to seeing you all again next year when we can ask Aiden how many speeches he has delivered over the previous 12 months. Thank you for coming.